Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. So I've kind of run out of things to do in regards to FIFA 19 content, so we're going to do some FIFA 20 stuff in regards to the transfers that so far has happened and potential transfers that could happen in the future. We're going to be showing off, well not showing off, but we're going to be checking out some different teams to make. So for today's team, we're going to make a Liverpool squad builder. This is not going to be a squad builder in regards to what I think is the best formation or position for real life. This is going to be the best meta team. Meta as in, like, you know, you could change the different formations, you have the right players in the right positions, blah blah blah, for each team. So for today's video, we're going to be doing it for Liverpool, right? Liverpool, there's a lot of like very obvious ones, but there's like potential transfers that could happen in the future. But as far as right now, this is how it goes. I think Liverpool's team is very generic. Right back is obviously going to be Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold is potentially one of the best right backs in the world right now. I don't think that's really going to change in regards to all that. I think he'll actually get upgraded next year, if anything, and he'll probably have better all-around stats. He could potentially be better than Kyle Walker next year. Really depends on how EA looks at it, because Kyle Walker is also a high work-rated player, and high work rates is a beautiful thing to have, right? But Trent Alexander-Arnold is definitely going to make the right side. The other positions are obviously the other players are obviously Joe Gomez or Nathaniel Klein. Nathaniel Klein, I think, will be the replacement to Alexander-Arnold for this season. You know, just have a replacement, or, you know, to rest him. But other than that, I think that's how it's going to go. Now, the center back option for next year, it really depends, right? Because it depends if EA chooses to upgrade Joe Gomez, which I don't think they will because of his injury, right? One of the center backs is obviously going to be Virgil Van Dijk, right? Van Dijk is obviously probably the best center back in the world right now, right? He's an absolute monster. So no question of a doubt there. He's got the big stock, got the physical presence, great defending stats, great physical stats, and he's probably going to get upgraded next year. Who knows if he wins Player of the Year? You know, we never know what these rewards. These rewards are super weird, right? But the other center back is a little bit awkward, right? Because it's like a combination, right? I don't think Liverpool will sign another center back, to be honest with you. I would love for them to have signed like De Ligt or Koulibaly or you know, anything of the sorts. But, you know, it's probably going to be Matip. Now, the thing about Matip's card in FIFA is that his pace is low. So that's the only reason that if I were to get a Joe Gomez card, right, Joe Gomez with upgrades is pretty solid. So if they decide to give him a Future Stars players card, right, or anything of the sorts in terms of upgrades, he will obviously be the better choice ahead of Matip, right? And I think that's pretty much it, right? Because, I mean, there's Lovren, but Lovren's trash, so, you know, we don't really need to look at Lovren too much, right? Because of the 56 pace and stuff, right? But Gomez would have definitely been the guy to put there if he has certain upgrades. It's funny because the way that FIFA works, he might potentially still be better than Matip next year, but just for the safe call, we're going to put Matip in there. Goalkeeper will obviously be Alisson. There's no way in heck that Mignolet will replace Alisson in that position. Left back, we have that new kid, because Alberto Moreno went to Villarreal recently. So we got that kid. Forgot what his name was, man. He played earlier today against Borussia Dortmund. Really, you know, really good kid, actually. So we'll see how that works out. Obviously, the other replacement for Robertson could be James Milner, because James Milner is just a freaking solid squad player, right? So he'll just be an absolute monster. The center mid position is obviously going to be Fabinho. Fabinho is going to be most likely a beast card next year as well. I don't think that's going to change in that regard. I think he's most likely going to be one of the best CDMs in the Premier League and whatnot, right? Because I think with manual tackling, I think the length is also going to matter next year a lot too, for you to be able to reach for those tackles, right? Because of that Rudiger slide tackle you guys seen in the trailer, the way that he does the animation, his physical presence, his height, his attributes are definitely going to play it into part. The other center mid is obviously going to be Gini Wijnaldum, right? He's going to be an absolute monster as well. He is an all-round card. He did have a very solid season. So if EA does choose to upgrade him, he would be very solid. And the thing about this too is that you could start this off with a 4-2-3-1 in game, because obviously I think chemistry is probably going to work the same way next year. I don't think they're going to change it. I think they're going to keep that exact same system. So it's going to be in regards to trying to find a team that you can, or players in the team that you can keep rotating around, right? Players that can play in the midfield and in the attack is very, very helpful, right? The other center mid position will pass just for now. The striker will obviously Roberto Firmino. There is the potential of Origi actually getting good boosts, potentially, but I wouldn't really bank on it, to be honest with you. I actually want to see if he has a 4-star weak foot over here. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's information. It's not information. I just clicked that one. It's this one. Does he have a 4-star weak foot? You know what? If he gets 4-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot, he could be a very usable card. This should have been a very usable card in FIFA for the fun concept, but obviously for the game mechanics of the game and Division Rivals being the only game mode you could play, this is not a card that people would have used at all. I've never seen him used once. Maybe in if you're in Division 6 or something, but he definitely wouldn't have been used anywhere above, I would say, Division 4, to be honest with you. But Roberto Firmino will obviously be the all-round striker. He's got great physical presence. He's got the height. He's got the weak foot. He's got the skills. And his work rates aren't too bad either. High work rates is actually pretty nice because that actually makes it so that, if you really want to, with Gini Wijnaldum and Roberto Firmino, you can kind of switch between them and play a 4-1-2-2, where Gini's on the right because of the strong foot on the right side. And because of Roberto Firmino, because he has the 4-star weak foot on the left side with Fabinho as a CDM. So right off the bat, you can kind of see that you can work with a 4-1-2-2 really, really nicely, right? But I think he'll be up top at striker. The right wing will obviously be Salah. Hopefully EA next year comes up with a concept where you can upgrade the weak foot as you play with the card, because I feel like that's a really important thing in FIFA. It actually makes cards... because of the game mechanics, the way they work nowadays, it actually makes cards unusable when they don't have the weak foot. I've never seen Salah used in anyone's team just because his weak foot's that bad. But the card looks absolutely filthy. If this is a card that was used, because the game is completely meta-oriented right away, right? But this card in general would have been really good. It's just the 4-star weak foot, right? Because the height's not an issue. His dribbling is absolutely fantastic. On the ball movement is good. Off the ball movement is good. It's just because he doesn't have that weak foot that people don't really use him that much, right? Left wing position will obviously be Mane. Mane is a better card than Salah in FIFA because of the fact that he is 4-star. This Mane was one of the cards that I tried to get in the beginning of the year as one of my build-up squads, because obviously he's a fantastic card. The 4-star minimum with great dribbling, passing, shooting, and pace with physical actually is very, very good. So he's going to be definitely an all-round beast. The other center mid, I don't entirely know what I would do. It's kind of tough to say. I think, honestly, if you put Origi there, if they gave him actually good stats, right, I would actually start it off like this, right? Because if you start off like this and Origi's a usable striker, you can rotate with this team, right? So if you want to start with a 4-1-2-1-2, you could start off like this with Origi up top as a striker, Salah as the cam, Gini on the right, Firmino on the left, with Fabinho as the CDM, right? So you get the nice chemistry links pretty much everywhere. This is obviously through dynamic tactics if you guys were to do it. 4-1-2-2, 4-2-3-1 as well would be very good, right? Roberto Firmino playing as this central cam, Mane on the left, Salah on the right. If the game mechanics are different next year, Salah on the left for the shots across goal, Mane on the right because of the 4-star, Origi at striker. So this could also potentially work. Another big thing that could potentially happen, I don't think it will because of the whole Neymar situation at Barcelona and PSG, is I would say that potentially the 4-3-3 that Liverpool plays is usually this one right here. So we're just going to switch these guys around. Salah there. Obviously, the other midfielder is usually either Jordan Henderson, James Milner. The other card that I really think could definitely make a difference next year, but you're kind of limited to using different formations on the trot in game, is Nabi Kata, because Nabi Kata is a very good all-round card if upgraded properly, right? The reason Nabi Keita's card is not really that great this year, obviously he probably won't get upgrades at all next year because he didn't really play a ton last year. He played a good amount, I would say. He didn't really play a ton though, so they probably won't really upgrade him. The other potential players that could be coming to Liverpool is maybe Coutinho, right? Again, the only reason why I don't really bring up Coutinho is because of the fact that he might be included in the trade with Neymar. Who knows, right? So That's why I don't really include him that much. The way that I'd like to see this team play, because Liverpool during the year actually experimented with a 4-2-3-1 once. I think the two CDMs were Gini Wijnaldum and Fabinho, or it was Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. And what they did is they used the 4-2-3-1 narrow, and they used Shaqiri as the cam, right? So my thoughts towards this is that what if they had Coutinho as the cam instead, because that's where he plays in the Brazilian team, right? And the Brazil team, it's 4-2-3-1 with Everton on the left. Right side was... Wow, I totally forgot who was on the right side. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Neres or not. Striker Firmino, blah blah blah, right? And it just works perfectly, right? Because the way that you could position every single player is fantastic, except for Fabinho because of the fact he doesn't have the weak foot. But if Coutinho were to be transferred there, playing him in a central cam position would definitely make the team more meta, right? Because with their 4-3-3 start, you can actually put Coutinho as a center mid, 4-star weak foot on the left side, Firmino up top, Mane on the left, Salah on the right. Boom, you still got meta to work with. You could switch to a 4-2-3-1, a 4-4-2 with Gini and Fabinho on the sides. Coutinho would be the slower option at one of the sides in a 4-4-2, so it's not really that crazy. But it would be okay. That's why I think that personally Origi would be the best option, unless Brewster were to get some sort of Future Stars players card, because if he got a Future Stars players card, Brewster would be an absolute monster, right? I just think the best options here is to put Roberto Firmino as a center mid on the left side right there, and then you got Origi up top in the striker position. I just think it makes the most sense for you to be able to rotate the squad a lot. Potential transfers that could happen as well. Maybe Pep. I really doubt they're actually going to get Pep, to be honest with you. I think Manchester United should be getting him more than Liverpool, to be honest. I don't even know if Pep's going to be transferred next year. Nothing's like really off the hinges right now in regards to where he's going to be going. But those are some potential transfers. I didn't really hear about anybody else going to Liverpool as of right now. They might not make any purchases because right now Wilson and Kent could be replacements for the wings because they're actually pretty solid players. Brewster, if given the opportunity, could be a very good striker for Liverpool too. Who knows, right? Getting some young talent in there might be the way to go. But I think that's pretty much it in regards to this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this type of concept. The next video for today is probably going to be a Borussia Dortmund video. And that one's definitely going to be very interesting because of all the purchases that they made recently. So thank you guys so much for chilling, hanging out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys for the next one. Let me know if you guys like these types of videos down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a thumbs up in the description down below. Or if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.